I haven't even started it, I'm laughing. What's up, guys? Why is it so freaking hard to do an intro? Hello there. What? Oh my goodness. Hello there. Welcome to Yolo. In today's best idea. You ruined my intro. Go get that milk. He's getting milk right now, so. Hello there. Welcome to Yolo. In today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to exchange the clutch on a CRF250L from 2019. Behold my brother, he's also here. What the heck is that? Milk. Cold milk. Oh crap. Okay. Let's just get on with the video. Fresh. And roll the intro. Just kidding, we don't have an intro yet. If you want to switch out a clutch, you're gonna need a clutch. You're gonna need a gasket. Remember, we always swap out the gaskets. While we're at it, we're gonna change the oil. Always switch the oil filter as well. So we're gonna need some tools and a bowl and some milk and some Creamy Bits premium cereal. Right, just for sustenance, no other reasons. And just in case things move that shouldn't be moving and things don't move that should be moving. And just like that, we are ready to start. Yep. Behold our patient. Bless you. Excuse me. We're gonna drain all the fluids, and this is gonna come off, that, and then we're gonna take that off and swap out the clutch. Make sure to remove both bolts. As mentioned before, if things don't move, that should move. What is your best shot? We're gonna remove this plastic cover. There's a tiny little spring back here, and in the bottom, a little pin. Pull this pin forward and then grab that, and it should come out like that. You guys can see that. So that's what it looks like. Well, you're gonna have to take this part off in order to pull that out. So you loosen this bolt here as such, so that you can turn the top through here in order to get that out. Beautiful hair. See the lights playing. So on the back side, we remove the little ring, and after you screw this out, you can pull that out, and then make sure to clean that and re-grease it before you put it back in. Okay, so we're gonna remove this clutch piece. On a 250, it shouldn't be too hard to just pull the clutch and pull this cable out towards there. Hello there. So we're gonna drain the oil. This is a size 14 socket, so I'm gonna loosen that. Now I have to go find where I'm gonna drain the oil into. The hold a bucket, clean bucket usually works best. It's supposed to come out right about now. Always remember, when you take off the oil screw, don't drop this into the oil. Loosen this screw. So by removing this screw, you have easy access to that reservoir. So on this side, you have to remove about 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th screw is in the front, right down here. So once you remove this little bolt right here, you should be able to open this quite simple like that. Okay, let's try that again. So once that's open, you should be able to simply just open it like that. Ooh, shit. And that should be it. Okay, so in order to drain, so we're gonna open this bolt, because this bolt drains the coolant, allowing us to open that and take that off. Be aware, as soon as you loosen this, it'll start to come out, usually. If you can loosen it, you're not a weak ass nail. There you have it, folks. That is all the coolant that was in this bike. Why is there no coolant in this bike? There's nothing in there. This bike is drier than I have been since I've joined Alcoholics Anonymous. The heck? Okay, just so you know, usually there's coolant in here. Usually. Second try, it works better like this. I absolutely hate the engineers for this kind of shit. So you want to tilt your bike to get all the rest of that coolant out. That should be about it. Okay, after draining that, make sure to tighten it. Not too much, just hand tight, that should do. Okay, so now we can remove these. Once these two bolts are out, you should simply be able to remove that. And remember, clean these two off before you put them back in. So we're gonna remove this real quick. Just simply pull it up, out and through, and you can put it back here somewhere so that it doesn't bother you when you're trying to take out those bolts. So we're gonna take this off real quick. So now our goal is to get all of these bolts around the outside and take those off. So all the bolts around the outside or around the bottom are gonna come off. So let's get started with that. Now with all bolts loosened, you should be able to just pull that off like that. And the whole lid should come off. Like that. Behold the interior. This is the clutch basket, at least that's what it's called. We gotta get rid of all these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these 5 screws. So these 10. What the heck? So these 5 screws are 10s. Take a whiff of that. That's exactly what a burnt clutch smells like. Carefully take out these screws with springs. Remember where they go, that's important. And then by grabbing this pin, you can simply pull out the whole clutch assembly. So there you have it, all the clutch plates. Yeah, that's a burnt clutch. This is a little oil filter thingamajigger, and it comes from down here, and it just simply goes in there. Don't forget to take that out and clean it, because there is a ton of gunk that occasionally just gets caught up there. So these 5 screws that you took out along with the springs, you do have to make sure to take these apart and clean them before you put them back in, just so that you have maximum cleanliness in your engine before you put the oil back in. So here we have it. We have the clutch. Here you have all the friction discs and clutch plates. And then here we have all the screws and springs. Just so you have a comparison, these springs are much taller and stronger than these old weak springs. So here we have our new clutch assembly. So these are the friction discs. That's what they are. They produce friction in order to engage your clutch. After we take apart this old clutch, you can see friction discs here are very worn and have little to none pads left. So these are the clutch plates in the clutch. They grab on the inside, and this is like a disc brake, which then gets engaged by these friction discs. You have clutch plates and you have friction discs. Clutch plates and friction discs are always alternating, so one and then the other. Now together on the inside, the clutch plates grip on the inside of the clutch, and these friction discs on the outside of the clutch basket. Now as the engine spins and you start to release, these get pushed together, which then spin next to each other, and then eventually with a lot of force, they grip and turn your whole engine. Now with time and wear and tear, these friction discs will wear out and you will have to replace them. Here you have the old clutch plates and friction discs, and here you have the new ones. As you can tell, the quality is much higher and they're not burnt out like those. We clean those, we'll clean that and the inside of that, and then we'll put it all back together, and that should be it. So once you have all that, you can start reassembling the clutch. So along with the clutch, you will get a smaller, slimmer friction disc, this one. Make sure when you put that one in, that one goes in first, because you have a spacer ring in there that we will have to have that bridge the gap. So make sure when you're putting the clutch in that the friction discs and clutch plates are added in alternately. So you have one friction disc in the back, and you always add a friction disc and then a clutch plate, and then a friction disc and then a clutch plate. Make sure when adding the cover that you align all 5 bolts before pushing that in. And that's it. Okay, so after that, just make sure to do everything in reverse. So everything we've done so far, just do it backwards and put it back together. I'll show you guys what that looks like, and then you're done. So one by one, we're gonna put these back in. Boop. There you go. Boop. 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 So this is the old gasket, not too good of shape. We're gonna chuck that and put the new one on. As you can see, it leaves little bits of residue. These do have to be scraped off, so take a little chisel or a little bit of sandpaper, and you do have to get rid of that, otherwise your new gasket will not be oil or pressure proof. So that does have to go, and as you can see, this is pretty hard on there. Like, you do have to pull pretty hard to get that off. So this stuff is worth gold. It's like sandpaper mixed with steel wool, and it's really good for just going around the edges and just polishing off any dirt that's around there. And it just comes off really easy with this stuff. This is a good way to clean the outside, although never mind, that is the inside. So the inside of this clutch cover makes it really easy, and you can get rid of all the gunk really easily. I have cleaned both the inside and outside of this engine. I'm referring to where the gasket used to lay on. That has all been cleaned. Now it's time to take the new gasket. This new gasket will go like that, and I'm gonna show you guys how to put that in. When getting the gasket ready, get some oil. It doesn't have to be brand new oil, it can be a little bit older oil, and dab it on both sides of the gasket, like so, just with your finger. Go along the edges. This ensures that the gasket will not stick next time when taking it off. So the previous owner, when he did this, no names, but it was quite sticky, so trying to take it off was a pain in the butt. The gasket is oiled on this side. I'll turn it over and oil it on the other side too. This way the gasket will not stick, and as you seal it by screwing it shut, the oil will make a wonderful sealant, causing no leak. We're all set. I'm gonna get this gasket and put it on. Sorry, dropped you guys. So now you just take the lid and you put it back just like you took it off. Make sure to tighten all the bolts hand tight. The coolant pipe should fit just like that, with one screw here and the other screw right there. When it's all said and done, don't forget to add oil. Make sure to reinsert or replace all liquids, because that will be important later.